So this is very interesting. There's a few places I can start. Here, I might go to that tip over there. I think that's a better way to do it. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Sure, not a bad spot right here. Grateful of flight casts. I'm gonna try this spot today. Alright, let's go ahead and try this. It's a 6-weight line on a probably 7.5 foot leader and a 18-inch tippet with a grasshopper. We're roughly about close to 7 a.m. in the morning. And let's go. The weather is about 72. The grasshopper is over there. The water, the wing is blowing this direction inwards, and so the water is coming here, and the fly is going that way. And I see a couple of fishes over there surfacing, and this guy is just chucking things out there. It's too early in the morning for this type of fishing. But over there they may have a better, well, that's actually a pretty good place right there. Next time we'll try that location over there. Oh shit, we got tango in the bag. Grasshopper is on the grass. The grasshopper is on the grass. Okay, let's try again. Drag the tension of the line out. I don't see my grasshopper. Did I lost it? Did I lost my hopper? Oh, my hopper's there. Okay, good. So I lost my hopper. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's pull the hopper up a little bit. Let the hopper hop. Too close. Let's pull it up. So the water is probably about 60 somewhat degrees, 65, 68 degrees. And the fishes are, I would say, are still very cold. So they're going to snap the fly much easier before I use a streamer. 99.99% of the people in this park is using throw bait. No one's fly fishing like this guy. This early in the morning doing this, and the guy over there, hoping to get some. It's too cold at the moment, and a lot of them use those lifelike swing baits, which I also have. We can try that later. I'm gonna try to get to that hole. See if I can get to that hole easy. Right there. There we go. I think we're just gonna let it sit for a minute. It's a fairly good spot for fly fishing. Not really sure for the angular one. For the angular fishing guys, it's a little harder to do. There's a bunch of bubbles just came off right beneath my hopper. Not sure exactly what that is. Maybe a fish coming up, looking at the hopper, and thinking, that's a fat, juicy breakfast. So I'm going to tighten up the line just a little bit. Let the hopper sit. Let the hopper sit. Something is beneath my hopper, and it's still beneath my hopper. Just looking at my hopper, accessing it. Should it attack? The bubble is still coming up right beneath it, as it may strike. Let it drift. Let it hop. They like to eat live ones. We may have something there. So I'm going to slowly roll, bring the hopper in. I'm sure there's something looking at it at the moment. Following it. Following it. And nothing. Let's try that again. Yeah, it was staring at the hopper. Pretty good. Hopper is back. Hopper is back. Let's bring the hopper in, just place a little bit out there. My line's so tangled. I'll bring it back in. It's a tangle line. Which way does it tangle? Tangle this way. This way. No. This way. Okay, and that will tangle. Tangle this way. Yeah. Get away. Bring the hoppers through. Alright, it's untangled. Let's go ahead and try it one more. Put the hopper back in. Something was over there. So what I'm gonna do is gonna bring the hopper in just a little bit. In the cold weather, they feed at the shallower water, so I don't need to feed as long. The guy left, he's just checking a few things and feel like no luck. He takes off. We have a single hopper. Make sure I lock my car. Single hopper out there. Getting a little rubber boot just to cover the foot because this thing's ripping apart. Oh, there's a bubble there, so what I'm gonna do, the bubble is coming underneath the hopper, so that's good. That's a good sign when the bubble is coming up beneath the hopper and some fish is breathing. We're gonna slowly guide the hopper back in the form of more of a retrieve. Hopefully it takes a bite. Okay, we put a hopper right there. I would say about good old 40 feet, 40 to 45 feet. And we do see fish there, so let it sit. The line's fairly tight. We can tighten up a little bit more. The water is gonna drift towards us. And I think I'm gonna shut up for a while. This will be the first head unit video I made, helmet cam video I made for fishing. And I do understand, see how I can look where I am instead of chest cam. The chest position is nice, you always see the thing, so you can check out my other video, but I'm going to try the helmet cam for a little while so you can see exactly what I'm doing, where I'm looking at it. And there's a bird. Oh, I see bubbles right over there, about 3 feet north off the hopper. Oh, the bubbles keep coming in. And I just saw a fish surface literally 3 feet from the shore. So fish, that basically means the fish can be all the way from here all the way out there. So it doesn't have to cast that far. I'm gonna try there just a little bit. There's a lot of bubble kind of happening. I'm gonna bring the hopper down in the ground. There's a tree right there. I gotta be careful. Literally. I'm gonna have to recast that. It's too close, but I think it's okay. There's a lot of bubbles happening there. I'm very close to that tree. Gotta be very careful. Do not tangle up. Move over. So that tree over there, I have essentially from there to here I can cast, which is not bad. So that means I can go from right from here, maybe even close to that before that branch hits. Go from here to there. So it's okay. Yeah, it's a good fly fishing spot, I would say, because we do have to cast backwards. Right about 3 feet, there's a bunch of bubbles just came up, maybe 2 feet above the north of the fly. You can see that. I'm not sure you can see that. It's in 4K. Right about there. So the way I set up the helmet camera, you should see almost exactly, almost, when I say it's because you're about 1 inch above my eye level. But so if I point where I'm looking at, approximately about that location right there. Okay. I like the hopper. The hopper seems like a good choice. Haven't caught anything yet. Here's my line in case I caught something. Okay, take the line in. Well, that was a crappy cast. Let's try that one more time. Let's get some tight curve out there. Not very far cast, but that's okay. The hopper is coming towards me, so I'm gonna let it drift. We got about just about 50 feet out there. A few more spins, but that's how I gauge it. Once the line changes color, we have about head, about 50 feet, changes head, which is not bad for this type of fishing. It's easy to determine how far it is. So the hopper is right there where the bubble is. Not a bad morning. There's a little boathouse right there in front of us across the lake. There's the dam. Look like how highlight dam is. It's almost like if it needs to be submerged, it can submerge all the way up, all the way around. There's another guy just come down in his sandals, checking things. Typical Southern California fishing, just checking things out there, which is really cool. If they got really good bait. Oh, bubbles beneath the hopper. Bubbles. A lot of times bubbles is just like those tiny little fishes. One thing I did forgot is I need to put my sunglasses on. Otherwise I'll hook my own eye. Right here. I believe I have another set of sunglasses. There's more blue. It's great for the morning. Yeah, this is the first time I put the phone in this, because tomorrow I'm gonna wear something different. I guess the other sunglasses at home. Alright, forgot sunglasses. Almost poked my own eye out. Yeah, there's another jump right there. I'm going to catch that guy. Walk over, pick up the hopper. See, I get the hopper in, and see if I can land it right there. There we go. I might have to go a little bit north of that. Slowly bring the hopper up. Right there. Perfect landing for the hopper. It's a little bit too much for a 6-way switch rod here, as you can see, but because it's long enough, it's an 11 feet rod, so it's very soft. It's a 9-foot rod, so it feels a lot more like a 5-way 9, maybe 4-way 9. For this type of fishing. Oh, fish jump right there. Jump. Jump, jump. Let's bring the hopper in. We see fish jump, we go to where the fish is. We lay exactly where that fish went. With our hopper, there's a bunch of feathers from the docks. They're cleaning themselves. The feather is coming this way. So the fish have to figure out. There's a lot of bubble happening. See if we can get a bite. A lot of bubbles happening above the hopper. So I had, while I was growing up, we used the Japanese bamboo rod. It goes about 30 foot long, and just a line, really long line, and you just hang out there. So 30 foot long rod with a 30 foot line. It's about 60 foot if you could check it and hold the end. It's not bad. That's the type of fish in Japan. It's a telescope rod. You shoot it out, and basically the rod, yeah, it's come with like maybe like 20 sections. It's not very long. It's like the rod is about this much. You can put it in the backpack with you. Very nice. And I used the typical fishing, what everyone's using with the reel. This time I'm going to, because after I went to Idaho fishing with my brother, I fall in love with fly fishing. If I caught more trout than he does, so I saw instead do a couple of different setups. I'm just gonna go with the fly fishing setup. Surprisingly, fly fishing setup, if you do it easy enough, it's actually not that expensive. Like this reel, click reel, palm reel, this is about $8, $10 during Prime Day. This rod, it's very nice, from MaxCatch. It's called Skytouch 6wt. This one's about a little over $100 if you buy from the website. Free shipping and tax. They ship to you from Japan, China, or Singapore, so I'm not exactly sure where they manufactured this. And the fly line is fairly cheap. You get without $10, $20, and every other little stuff you set up, I would say under $500 to get everything all set. That's including all the gears, all the buckets. Flies end up costing a little more than $200 because I collect a bunch of them. And quality flies. The one on the Amazon never catch anything. So I would say get a few decent fly. This is actually the first time I used this hopper fly from BassPro. I really likes it. I think it catch me more than catch the fish. Let's see if I can get the hopper to come in a little more. The hopper is moving. I see a fish right there. They're hopping. There's a bubble right there. There's a bubble right there. Let's see if we can get some more action. Let's see if we can get some more action out of this, where that bubble is. There's a lot of false casts, obviously. Right on, I land right on the bubble. I think I've been doing a lot of false casts lately, besides drying out the fly, is I don't want to hit any of those grass behind me. They go up about 35 degrees. So I try to angle it, cast like this way, instead flat cast, just angle cast, false cast. So interesting way to do it. Okay, we have fish coming up. I think they're waking up for the day. We should be able to get something. Should be able to get something. There's a lot of bubble there. Unlike a chicken with his head cut off. I see some fishes here. I see some fishes there. I see some fishes there. Just gonna try different ones. I'll bring one more cast over there. We'll see. Okay, the hopper is landed around the bubble. See if they take it. I'll bring the hopper in. Let's see if the hopper gonna get some bites. Feel like something's in front of me. Not sure you guys see it, but I think something's happening right in front of me with all the bubbles. If I can cast it. It's a perfect cast. I also farted. It's fairly loud. The camera might catch it. There's something on the tree over there. Oh, bubble is foaming. The fishes. It's early in the morning. Early in the morning. Early in the morning. Fairly interesting. I'm going to let it set a little bit. It's not doing too much. Just leave on the cart. If it's gonna pull, it's gonna reel in. I got to check what time it is right now. 30. Let's wait till 8:30 before we switch to Swimbait or streamers. I think we can still go a few hours, another hour for this. I have a feeling something's above me. If I can get my fly over there. You see how the hopper landed hard? So that's one thing I like about it, because if you don't place the fly delicately, it might spook the fish. But because it's a hopper, if they get spooked, they get noticed and they see it, whoa, it's a giant hopper. So I don't think it has to be that delicate in many ways. Just need to plump it in there. A little bit tippet, about 7-foot tippet. I hate to do too much tippet, like 11-foot tippet. For me, it's more of a, I feel like a tippet has no weight. I don't have much room to cast. So smaller the tippet, shorter it is, the better. And you can probably see the hopper still floating. It got a sponge in it. So that's a good one. It's a good one to keep. Let me tighten up the line just a little bit. Guys, chuck and chuck, chuck and chuck. He's chuck and chuck away. Chuck and chuck. Alright. dump the hopper right in there. I feel like the hopper is a little heavy now because they're soaking up a bunch of water. My last few videos, in fact I made one yesterday about an hour, 2 hours long. The camera angle was not great. I was at Laguna Lake. You can't see where I was casting. I was casting sideways, but the camera was pointing forward. I didn't talk as much. For some reason I feel like very talkish if I do a helmet camera. It's very weird. Something about helmet camera makes me talkish. It's also a good place I can do a spay cast. It's shallow enough I can stand just right here, maybe ½ inch into the water. I don't need that much, and rip it out straight. Just straight back and forth cast on the spay. So fly fishing is ideal to have your line laying in the water than on the ground, because the tension of the line, besides it's not clog up or destroy your rod, the tension of the line of the water pull the line straight and tight when you cast, so you don't have a floppy line when you let it go. There's a lot of things happening over there. Let's see if we can do this a little bit. I'm gonna go to where the bubbles are. A lot of times just tiny little fishes, which dries up. The wind died down a little bit, which dries the bigger fish trying to snap. And if we do the hopper correct, next time I'm gonna try to over there in the peninsula, so I can cast more. The issue with that tree over there, it's hard to cast something with a tree literally right behind me. So I have to cast this way or this way, and hopefully I don't get onto that tree because it's not that far away. We'll see. I like it here, my little cove place. People are coming to the park now. Let's try one more time. Let's get a hopper in. So we got two guys coming in. Slowly, oh, there's a bubbles. I see bubbles. I see bubbles there. See bubbles. Oh, there's a fish right there. Let's bring him back in. Let's get in front of him. Right there, exactly. I think I just ran out the line, but I land exactly where I want to land. Hold on, a few more lines out. There we go. We're at 50 feet, a little over 50 feet now. Let's bring the hopper in just a little bit. Just a little bit. The sound of the line will translate in the ground. Let's see if I can get back to that location again. We're a little right of it. There's a little stick right here. Bring the hopper in. Some squirrel is chewing the shit out of it over there. There's another squirrel. It's chewing something. Making a loud click. It's kind of funny. Oh, I can actually submerge the hopper by yanking it. That's very cool. Let's go ahead and try that again. Bring the hopper up. Feast on line. Feast on line. That wasn't a very good cast. That's okay. What the fuck that guy's doing? That's a huge buoy. That is a huge buoy. Okay. Nope, it's not happening. It's one more time. There we go. Oh, we landed right next to a feather. Well, you land next to a feather. Hope the fish will tell the difference. Maybe it's too early in the morning for them to eat hopper, but I don't know. Never used a hopper before. Not sure what time anyone should use a hopper. So we could change it up in a minute to a different swim bait, to a streamer. It feels like it's still cold enough. Oh, there's a lot of bubbles happening over there. Over there. I can bring it back up. Bring the line back up and cast. Let's go where that bubble is. I missed it. I literally missed by like 5 feet from the bubble. 5 feet from the bubble. Five feet from the bubble. Let's try one more time. Cast. There's nothing behind me. Why am I worried about snag on something? I think I'm just being paranoid. Let's try one more time. There we go. Then right where that is. Okay. I think that's a good spot to leave it. There's another bubble right there. So I think this could be catfish. The amount of bubbles coming out could be catfish. Bottom dwellers. Bottom dwellers. Bottom dwellers. Alright. The wind's blowing in, you can see the curvature of the water is ripping in. Alright, let's bring the fly back up. Sometimes I like to tap the water just to get notice on the fish. So that at the final cast, it's almost like a hopping through the water. So we got there pretty good. We're, I'll say 40 feet away. Yeah, it's about 40 feet away, right there. Something just came out right, literally right there. I see a big ripple. Well, that's the second fish that I caught today. It's a lot of tiny little things. Not sure what he's catching. It's those tiny little fishes in there. For refugees, I guess. There you go. I think the hopper is dry. Oh. Okay. Kind of want to try there. Right where that is. Oh, a lot of bubble. Right where my fly is, my hopper is. It's happening, see? I sure the glare. The amount of bubble is happening right next to the hopper. Right next to the hopper. I was waiting for big bass come up and come on, hamburger it. Let's bring the hopper back up. There's a lot of activity right in front of me. A lot of activity right in front of me. Where all that bubbles. You see the amount of bubbles going. Could be just little minnows feeding on the surface. And the hopper just hopped back in. With the flow of the water. Well, that's a lot of bubbles. Let's try one more time. See if we can get through that bubble. Dry the hopper up a little bit. The wind blowed. So it was supposed to land there. See how the wind is driving everything this way. Let's get hopper back up. I'm a little worried about my hopper. I might lose it. I hit a few times. That's how I lose my fly. When I hit the water too hard. Literally ripped. This is a 3X. Okay, looks like it's on there. Alright. The wind's really blowing. I need to fight the wind. 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 Yeah, the wind really comes in. It's hard to cast, so that's about 40 feet. About 7 feet, so 45 feet. Didn't seem very far. But it's good enough. But what are we doing? Let's try a different location. Let's bring the hopper in. Hopper dump. Bring the hopper in. hopper dump, bring the hopper in, hopper dump, bring the hopper in, hopper dump, hopper in, hopper dump. It's not very good. Too much line. Let's try it one more time. Hopper in. Hopper in. Let's fight the wind. It's a 6-weight line. Should be able to cut through this wind. Oh, where's my hopper? I saw somebody took it. The little fish took it. Something's happening. Let me see if I can get a little bit out there. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's right at the yellow. So this is about 57 feet. Yeah, the wind's blowing strong. I just lost about 5-6 feet in 30 seconds. Alright, let's bring in. Let's go ahead and try a little bit something different. Let's get tangle on that. Perfect. Because the water is coming in and swooping through. I'll see if they can bring the hopper all the way towards the shore. This thing's snagging on my lines. Alright. See where the hopper is now. Hopper's right there. That's okay. Let's bring the hopper in. Be careful of this tree. Be real careful with that tree. The line got snagged. Try one more time. hopper's right there at that point at my fingertip. It's hard to see now with all the ripples. The wind really blows in and it's pushing the hopper that way, which is exactly what I want. I have retrieved about 10 feet worth of the line. So I'm down to about 40 to 30 to 40 feet. I get about 20, which is right about here. Then we'll pull the hopper out and do it again. Yeah, keep retrieving it. The water is coming in strong. Oh, somebody just took a bite out of it. It sunk. I guess I could snag onto a grass seaweed. It's on the surface. Hello, hopper. Alright, hopper. I need to stand over and snagging my lines up big time. Alright. I'm snagging on my lines. Let's bring the hopper in one more time. And race, shoot, race, race. What the fuck is going on? Something's going wrong. The hopper is not taking off. Oh, I think I'm hitting the grass behind me. Yeah, that's what happened. Hitting the grass behind me. I'm hitting that patch, which would destroy my fly. A few more times, it will come right off. Yeah, so. Okay, and so the water is still coming in this way, and maybe it's time to switch to streamers. Still cold enough. Still cold enough. Something literally right in front of me just did something. No, I'm just gonna tease it in. Okay. This hopper has been working overtime this morning. Literally working overtime. Right there. Something's biting right there. Let's bring the hopper in. Drop it right in front of this fish. If there's any. I think the fish can probably be right there. Oh, bad. No, the wind drifted. I was gonna do it right there, but the wind pushed it, the fly wind there. So I literally need to cast straight into the wind to get this thing going. Let's cast straight into the wind. Casting to the wind. Let it sit. So this something's over there. I'm gonna try to get whatever's over here. Alright. I'm far enough. I'm far away enough on that tree. I cut it. We just ran out of the battery, the first battery, which is okay. The line's collapsing. Yeah, the wind is head on. Got a little bit of water in my mouth. It's okay. We just upload the entire raw footage like a background for someone to work. So let's pull the tiny light tight just a little bit. If you see a tip, how much is sagging is how much the water is bringing in. The water is bringing quite much. Alright, there's a bubble around it. Okay, let's bring this up. The wind just died down a little bit, but it looked like the water ripple is still happening. With the new boot, I should be able to just get on the dirt instead of standing on the rock. The rock is it's not very comfortable. I think the fish is still deep into sleep. The fishes is still deep in their sleep. Whatever excuse I'm gonna give myself. I'm literally seeing fish surfacing where I'm just at. Where's the hopper? Hopper is not very far. Pretty good. Let's bring it just over here a little bit. And I'm gonna bring the hopper towards the sunlight. I think I can reach that. Oh. Nope. The hopper is on the grass. The hopper is on the grass.